Hey yo, what's up, Tube? Norm here, and I hope you guys are having a great morning. But last night's game was amazing. Man, the Cowboys are finally back.
What it do, baby?
In this video, I'm going to be covering the key points. And the key points are going to be the passing game, the defense, the run game, and their upcoming schedule. And I'm gonna give you some of the stats from last night. But last night's game was amazing. The Cowboys came out and played exactly how I thought they would on offense, but I had no idea their defense would step up to the plate and play like this. Last night's game was a sign for things to come for the Cowboys. And as a Cowboys, well, I'm not a Cowboys fan, but if you're a Cowboys fan, you should be very, very excited on the season. I know you're not supposed to, it's hard to be excited after a loss like that, especially with the controversial offensive PI. But I'm going to be honest with you. It was a good no call. I mean, something like that, a call that small, it shouldn't affect the game. It's a lot of different things that went into it, but I'm going to get right into the video. Starting off with the passing game. The passing game, if there was any doubt about Dak Prescott and his arm or even his ankle, I think he shut all that up last night. He threw 58 passes in his first game since week 4 last year, week 5. He threw 58 passes the first night, and he looked amazing. Moving around in the pocket, getting the ball to CD and Coop. That was at times where him and CD didn't connect. I don't know if that was just chemistry issues or if it was just a bad ball, but regardless, he threw the ball 58 times and he completed 42 of them. Like the man did great. Threw for 400 yards, 9.6 average per throw. I mean, he was dealing last night. Coop looked amazing. Coop had 16 targets, but he only caught 13 of them for 139 yards for 2 touchdowns. In the league, we got one of the teams we have, the dude put up 40 points. And for CD did drop a couple passes, but CD still had 15 targets. Honestly, if you got either of these two on your fantasy team, they untradeable, especially since the Cowboys are supposed to be running 12 offense. Moving on down, like I said, I'm focused on the passing game right now. Schultz had 6 targets for 6 receptions for 45 yards. He did put her up around 10, almost 11 fantasy points. But like I said, they run 12 offense. So if you scroll down to Blake Jarwin also had 4 targets for 3 receptions. So what happens is a lot of the times I believe Schultz did see more plays, but the tight end usage is gonna be iffy this year, and I don't really see I don't either see them two canceling out. No, I'm sorry. I don't see one beating out the other at this point because they love Schultz, but they love Jarwin, so it's gonna be a lot of rotation. So some of the games they might just feed the hot hand, and that's why I say I would stay away from 12 offense tight ends because they both great, but they gonna split touches. And since it is a 12 offense, that's what's allowing Coop and CD Lamb right now to completely feast right now. They was eating it was so amazing to see the Cowboys go out there and step up to the plate. Everybody thought the Bucs would go out there and the defense would totally just dominate. Now that they did dominate in one aspect of the game, but as far as the pass game, they were eating. Regardless of the injury to Murphy, they still was throwing the ball around a lot. As far as the passing game, I think his name is Cedric Wilson. I don't want to be wrong, but he did have 3 targets for 3 receptions. He did step into the game after Michael Gallup went out. Gallup was on pace for a great game too. He did have 7 targets, but only 4 receptions for 36 yards. And the averages per catch on these players is amazing. 10.7, 14.9, 7.5, 9.0. Bro, that means Dak was going off. Like, I was watching the game, I was like, I cannot believe the Cowboys are playing like this. I'm not even a Cowboys fan, I'm a Green Bay fan. But to see an NFL game like that on opening night, I love it. It was way better than I expected it to be. I think that's it as far as the passing game usage. Out of 76 plays, I believe, out of 76 plays, 58 of them were pass attempts. So that's a lot. And I'm gonna go ahead and scroll down to the run game. Okay, the run game is iffy because the Cowboys just played the best defense that they're probably going to play all year, and that happened to be like one of the best defenses like in the past 3 years. That run game, especially as far as the run game aspect, the run defense is like amazing. There is so many stars across that front line and in the trenches, and as far as linebackers, that it's not surprising they couldn't get anything going as far as the run game. It's not surprising at all. See, the thing is, I'm happy about the Cowboys is they went into the game and gave Zeke about 4 carries to start off, and they recognized, Kellen Moore and Mike McCarthy recognized that the run game was not going to work. And I love the fact that they abandoned the run game really, really quickly. There's teams that are trying to run the ball in the entire half. and then come out the second half and want to throw the ball 60 times. It's just not going to happen. You don't have no time. But to see Kellen Moore and Mike McCarthy give up on a run that quick and find another way to win lets me know that this Cowboys team is different from last year. They gave up on something that would not work early and focused on something that would. And that was CD, Coop, Schultz, and Michael Gallup until he got hurt. And I love that for them because it showed that just because you stop one way of us trying to win, we're going to find a way no matter what to win. And they almost pulled it off. Like, I'm hurting right now still for Dak because he deserved that win because of everything he went through. The Cowboys as a whole deserved that win. But like I said, you give the ball back to Brady on the last drive, what you expect. You cannot give the ball back. Like, statistics and history prove that. But regardless, as far as the run game, don't panic. Like, don't trade Zeke. It's not the biggest thing in the world. They had 12 offense on the field with 2 tight ends with 5 offensive linemen. They could not move the ball. Regardless, Zeke did look great. Zeke fell forward. He didn't make no unnecessary movements. He didn't put the ball on the ground. But one thing Zeke did do for the passing game, he picked up the passing blitz all night. No exception. He took care of Dak. He took care of Dak just like he needed to. Exactly how he needed to. And I love that for Zeke because he could have went in there and pouted that he wasn't getting the ball. He could have been upset. He could have been pouting on the sideline. But instead, he took care of Devin White, Levante David, Jason Pierre-Paul, Ndamukong Suh, the new rookie, Troy. He took care of anything that came through the line that wasn't picked up. They did have some holding calls because Zach Martin didn't play at that right guard spot. I'm sorry. On the left guard side, I think his name was Connor Williams. Vita Vea is a monster. So Connor Williams trying to handle Vita Vea is going to be a lot, you know. But on the right side, the right guard, Govern, he did handle business last night, considering he is a backup behind Zach Martin, or just a backup on the O-line, period. But overall, on the run game, don't panic. Leave it alone. This is the best defense they're going to play, and it happened to be week 1, and they still showed out. Let it go. I know it sucks for fantasy, and I know I'd be upset if he was on my team, but don't panic. You know, put it like this. The worst week Zeke going to have is most likely, I'm like 95% sure that the worst week Zeke going to have is over. All right. Moving on to the defense. Man, the defense for Dallas was amazing. I mean, I know it was a lot of points scored, but at a certain point, honestly, in games like this reminds me of the game way back in, 2017, 2018, when the Rams and the Chiefs played. There's going to be a lot of points scored, but at some point, defense has to make plays, and that's what the Cowboys showed. The Cowboys showed that our run defense is the truth as well. If you go down to the running attempts, they had 14 rushing attempts last night. All the talk about Fournette and Ronald Jones, they had 14 rushing attempts last night. That is a huge statement to the league from the Cowboys. Because coming into the game, that's all you heard was how bad the Cowboys' run defense, how bad the run defense was a year ago. And for them to go in there and shut down Fournette and Ronald Jones, both teams did the exact same thing to each other. The Leftwich had to abandon the run, and Kellen Moore had to abandon the run. And the thing is, I love that for both teams, considering they both knew something was going to work. And it was like, you know what? We got Brady, we got Dak. We just going to throw this ball out until the clock hits 0. And that's exactly what happened. I love that. Teams are finally recognizing if something doesn't work, stop doing it. It's not going to magically work down the line. If they got great trenches, if they got great run defense, it's not going to magically disappear as the game go on. So, Fournette did drop a ball, and that caused an interception. And then Ronald Jones did put the ball on the ground. After Ronald Jones put the ball on the ground, after that, you didn't really see too much of him, you know. So, I mean, I don't know if that's going to dictate if Fournette actually moves ahead of Ronald Jones a little bit more. But as far as I put it like this, the Bucs running game looked worse than what Dallas did in a weird way to me. Because Rojo did fumble. They still couldn't get anything going considering it was the Super Bowl champs. Fournette did have a couple of good runs down the line, but that's because they were trying to salt the game away. And even then, the Cowboys still stood up, and I believe they caused that fumble when Godwin fumbled the ball. So, I believe the Cowboys had 3 turnovers. They had 2 interceptions. The tipped interception, the interception from a Hail Mary that should have been a touchdown, and the fumble by Godwin near the end zone. But yeah, like I said, I'm really excited for this team. I really am, because they played a great game. And not only that, their defense was amazing. Now, keep into mind with the run game that if a defense is playing this great against an offense that's not going to be that great, let's say like next week, if the defense can dictate the game, that's going to allow Zeke to get more carries too, because they're going to play ahead most of the time. So like I said, don't panic about Zeke. Just leave it alone. You know, it's a horrible week 1, but leave it alone. Like, don't panic, trade a panic sell. Now, looking at the schedule, It's the reason why I'm telling y'all not to panic because look, they played the best. They played the Super Bowl champs, the best team in the league at week 1. Now I want y'all to tell me on it in the comment section which team is better than the Bucks or which team come close to being better than the Bucks besides the Chiefs. Nobody. Like there is nobody that poses a threat that bad to the Cowboys. Right now I got the Cowboys winning the East. Like last night convinced me enough. I'm not biased to anything, but last night definitely convinced me enough. But that's pretty much it. Like I said, I'm really excited for the Cowboys this season. And I'm definitely sure there's a lot of Cowboy fans excited despite the loss. Don't panic over Zeke. The run game looks amazing. Dak look amazing. CD and Coop look amazing together. The defense really, really improved. Like they did a great job in camp. And I'm guessing they didn't just look good on HBO. I guess this is real life, you know. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like the video if you don't mind, if you did enjoy it. Last night was a great game. I can't see what kind of slate of games we get Sunday. Hopefully this keeps going all the way to Monday night. Hopefully it keeps going like this all year, honestly. But yeah, let me know in the comment section if I missed something, if you're excited about something, or if you disagree with something I said. And I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. Thanks for watching and peace.